guys, welcome back to the channel of Card Network XR. Today we'll be continuing our series of retro deck profiles, and I have a very special deck of myself, which is Extra Deck Monarchs, today ready to present to you guys. It was the first deck I actually won a local tournament with, so let's get right into the deck without further ado. Back in 2016 there was a variant with Extra Deck Monarchs and the Domain Monarchs, and I heavily preferred the Extra Deck variant, and yeah, let's see why. So to start off, I'm running the triple Aether, the Heavenly Monarch, alongside 3 Erebus. These are the 6 monarchs you have to run. They set up your graveyard, and alongside I'm running 2 Kuras, the Light Monarch. There's an argument for running 3 copies, but I choose to run 2 because I have another level 6 in my extra deck, in my main deck, sorry, which is Majesty's Fiend. There are a couple of instances in the first game where you need him and he's searchable by your Return of the Monarch. Then for the small guys, I'm running 2 Idea, as well as triple Eidos. This may seem weird, but it has a reason for the extra deck variant, because Eidos doesn't restrict you for going into the extra deck, so you can, for example, normal summon him and still go into the extra deck, whereas with Idea you cannot. Then for the Wake 5 engine, I'm running 2 Super Quantum Red Layer, as well as 2 Quick Draw Synchron. So these may seem a little bit weird. Red Layer maybe a little more, but Quick Draw is for a Synchro engine. I run no instant fusions or brilliant fusions, and yeah, you see why in a couple of minutes. These don't break your hand and also act as a tribute fodder. And you can also send monsters like Idea or Erebus to your graveyard. Then for the most important spells, we start off with one of the most broken ones, Pantheism of the Monarchs. It was one of the main reasons why Monarchs was so great back in the days, still is, because Pantheism is limited. Well, it's not limited anymore, but yeah, you get the point. Pantheism just allows you to dig through your deck and then still get a +1 from the graveyard effect. Then another favorite spell card of mine by the Monarch theme is the Monarch Stormforth, also one in 3 copies. You can tribute some away a Beatrice from Burning Abyss, or even a Dark Destroyer from Cosmo. Just a phenomenal card. The free Return of the Monarchs, it allows you to keep going through your deck and still have another Monarch tribute sum for the next turn. And of course I'm running triple Tenacity of the Monarchs. You can reveal a Monarch to search any of the spells I just mentioned. And since I'm running the extra deck version, I only have 2 Domain of the Monarchs, of the true Monarchs. Domain is not that needed. I rather use it for the level reduction, but I cannot set up a domain lock, which is why I only want 2. Then for the generic spells, I have double tuning. Tuning is kind of cool, so I got the idea, if I remember correctly, from Eugen Haidt, and also the UK National winner 2016, Jared Stone, I believe. Tuning mills 1 card, so you make it lucky and mill a Prime Monarch, Idea or Erebus, and also it just thins your deck out. And yeah, you can go for a Quick Draw Synchron, which enables cool play within your extra deck. Then for other generic spells, I'm running the Run Reinforcement of the Army. You search your Idea, so you're effectively running 3 copies. 1 Foolish Burial to dump the Idea or Erebus. 1 Reasoning. Reasoning is somewhat cool because also another way to set up your graveyard, and there are various types of levels which the opponent may call or may not hit. So yeah, you can get lucky with this, and also I think it's a good one to play, as well as Upstart Goblin, which thins your deck. Monarchs made brick guys, remember? And for the traps, I'm running 2 Prime Monarch. I can also see the reason for running 3 copies, but I preferred 2 back in the days, and yeah, that's my personal opinion. For the exo deck, you have lots of powerful exo deck monsters, primarily Xyz monsters such as Artifact Durandal. If you don't know what Durandal does, he can either act as semi-negate, omni-negate, sorry, by allowing your opponent to instead destroy a set spell and trap of yours, or spell and trap of yours, so you can dodge effects like this, or yeah, re-mulligan their hand. Then one Constellar Pleiades. Pleiades is like one of the main reasons to run the Exodeck Monarch variant, because with my Monarch you can get him out pretty easily and bounce like a Dante, a Beatrice, or other annoying monsters. One Tiras, Keeper of the Genesis, he is one because it outs Master of Restrict, and as you know, Master of Restrict, it really bothers Monarchs. I'm running the Super Quantal guy Magna Liger. When you want to do an rank 5 with Red Layer, he is also a good option. Then another rank 5 is Wind Up St. Mario. Yeah, he can destroy 2 set spell and trap cards, 2 set cards on the field, so even a monster that might come up. Then another good option to run was Shark Fortress, because it allows you to make an OTK. For example, you make him alongside with a level 8 Monarch, and that by itself is exactly 8000 damage by targeting the big Monarch, and yeah, that's 8k. Then another rank 5 staple is number 61, Volcasaurus, to burn your opponent and then afterwards go into Gaia the Thunder Charger. He does piercing damage. Also, there are instances where that may be relevant. Then one Constellar, Ptolemy M7. It's one of the cards you rarely use, but there may be instances where you can bounce him. So then we go to another personal favorite part of mine in the Exo deck, which is the Tzolk'in engine. Tzolk'in is allowed to be abused by running a Quick Draw Synchron, which is a tuner. So if you guys don't know what Ultimate Tzolk'in does, is you can summon him by using one tuner level 5 or higher and another level 5 or higher monster, one which is tuner and one which is not. You have to be the exact same levels, then you can summon him, and as soon as you set a spell or trap in your zone, you can summon the dragon monster level 7 or 8 from your Exo deck. And yeah, there are a lot of powerful dudes. There are, for example, Michael, the Lightsworn level 7 guy, who could banish, for example, a Beatrice and then mill 3 cards in the end phase. Pretty good card. And the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which was released in May 2016 in Shine Victories. It was really hard to get over this guy. One Ignister Prominence. So if you would run into Pendulums, you could destroy one of the scales and then non-target shuffle back something. That was good. And for my last Xyz monster, I'm running the number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. Such a difficult name for German guys like me. You have a lot of Monarchs that are level 8 and also the Ignister, so there may be examples where his effect may come up. So that was our Exo deck and our main deck, 15 and 40 cards respectively. So for other cards you could run, for example in a side deck, where Vanity's Fiend to completely stun out your opponent, where neither player could special summon monsters and you would just create a lock. Another Majesty's Fiend, also good option. Then if you would go first and would swap out something like a Majesty's Fiend in your main deck, you could run the Testalos as well as the Kaios to banish cards. For the mirror match there was Fog King, which was the Massive Restrict, but for Monarchs you could tribute some him, and they would have like literally no way to get over him except if like drawing Forbidden Chalice or other cards. Then Effect Veiler, yeah, you would stop the idea in the mirror match and the turn would most of the times be over. You could side Trap Eater. Trap Eater gets rid of anti-spell fragrance as well as Master of Restrict. Then Twin Twisters for those annoying fog plates. Then much of the Monarchs to like protect your Monarchs or the Fiends. Then there were engines that did not choose to run, which was the Brilliant Fusion engine. I found these to be rather cloggy because drawing multiples of these were not that good, and also milling or drawing the Garnet was also not good, obviously. So the advantage you would get by running Seraphinite was not enough for me. Then another engine would be the Instant Fusion engine for summoning out Panzer Dragon or the Elder Entity Norden, but yeah, it was just another body on the field. It could out the Master of Restrict by Panzer Dragon itself, but yes, it was not a tribute for the monster, so not an option for me. And last engine would be the Super Quantum engine, where you would extend the engine by adding in the blue layer and the emergency teleport. But yeah, same reason for the other engines. They are not tribute fodders, and yeah, don't really get you into the engine by itself. So yeah, guys, that was the deck. Please let me know how you thought of it. Any suggestions, feedback is very welcome. Like I said previously, we are continuing these awesome retro deck build files, so if you're interested in that, please leave a comment or like and subscribe for more. We have lots of awesome content on our channel going up in the next couple of days and weeks, and you can also check out our older videos from August or July, which you may like. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching again, and yeah, we see you in the next video. Thank you, bye.